It's a stark contrast to yesterday. It's pretty cold this morning. We've had a delayed start as well due to fog. However, I am delighted to say we are about to go racing. It's time for the Sigma 150 and Sigmax race here. Opening race of the day, we've got Oliver Smith here. Let's just have a quick word with these guys. We've got Angus as well. Oliver, bit of a delayed start this morning. Is that probably a good thing?
I think so. It's given me a few more minutes to rest, I think, to catch up. But look at some telemetry from yesterday. So it's a good thing to let the track clear up a little bit. It was pretty foggy when I got in this morning. So
I mean, completely different conditions to qualifying yesterday, isn't it? Have you had to do any setup work or anything overnight?
Not really, because I wasn't prepared to change anything. So
fair enough.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be obviously a lot cooler. So, but then I don't know. We'll see how things change.
Racing's racing, innit?
Racing's racing, yeah.
All right,
you have to be better than the next guy.
Yeah, exactly. Talking to us. Let's grab Angus over here very quickly as well, if we can. Very quickly. Slightly different conditions than yesterday, huh?
Very different. Hopefully getting a better result today than yesterday. Yesterday was not overly successful for me, unfortunately.
It's going to be a cold track, we know that. So does it kind of level the playing field a bit?
Hopefully so. They're a little bit of slippery off the start, the first few laps. It will be some bunching and some action to the first few corners, I'm sure.
Great, well, enjoy it. Thank you for talking to us. Stay safe as well, everybody. Right, it is time now for the Sigma 150 and the Sigmax for the Caterham Graduate Racing Club. I'm going to hand over to Dave Goddard to take you through what is promising to be quite an exciting start.
Yes, thanks very much indeed, Ian, down in the paddock. And good morning once again from the Silverstone International Circuit's race fans. We are about to get underway in about 5 minutes' time. Thanks for your patience during the enforced delay there. We'll be starting at 9:30 with our Caterham Graduates Racing Club Sigmax and Sigma 150 races. The fog has started to burn away, so we're ready to go racing with only the minimal delay of about half an hour. We'll have a look at the line then. First of all, what does Sigmax and Sigma 150 mean? Well, it refers to the engines in these Caterham Graduates Racing Club Caterham 7s. They're 1600cc Ford Sigma engines. Sigma 150 means 150 brake horsepower, based on the Caterham Motorsport 310R specification, while Sigmax is an upgrade of the 1600cc Ford Sigma engine to Caterham Supersports specification. They have about 140 brake horsepower. And the 150s, the more powerful cars, start at the front of the grid. The Sigmax division starts behind them, so it's a slightly split grid by a couple of rows. It will be a standing start and a 20-minute race. The top names in the Sigmax division from last season have moved up to the Sigma 150 category, and it is the reigning Sigmax champion in his first race for Sigma 150 who qualified on pole position in yesterday's qualifying session number 28, Harry Senior. He'll be on pole for this race alongside the man who finished third in Sigmax last year, now in the 150s. Number 24, Ben Winrow, will start alongside him. Second row, 79, Jeff Newman, alongside 143, Alan Curtis. Jeff Newman, one of many graduates of the Caterham Academy here this weekend. This club originally formed back in 1998 by graduates, as the name suggests, of the old Caterham Scholarship, which preceded the Academy. Many of these drivers have raced for many years with the Caterham Graduates Racing Club, one of the friendliest and most welcoming single-make UK championships, certainly in UK club racing. Great fun they are as well. We had a great race from the Sigma 135 division, the slightly less powerful cars running in separate races. They had their first race yesterday. Looking at the Sigmax division, that lines up behind the Sigma 150s, number 111, Max Haynes, the ex-Super 1 kart racer, has qualified on pole. I suppose you could rename him Sigmax Haynes, couldn't you? Alongside number 5, Will Racer, another ex-kart racer. He's done Citroen C1 racing as well. Second row for them is number 20, Andy Molson, who's raced with the club since 2004. Very experienced Caterham racer, an optician by profession, and his business is one of the sponsors of the Caterham Graduates Racing Club. Starting alongside Glenn Burtonshaw, number 72, a late entry for this weekend, but he was fourth in the Sigmax points last year, so could be a favourite for their Championship this year. Behind them on the grid, number 4, Kevin Barrett, and number 9 of Neil Sturgis. So those are just some of the names to look out for as we get ready to go racing here at Silverstone. The course car has just done a final exploratory lap. 3 races today for the Caterham Graduates Racing Club. Looking at the sponsors of the club, one of the main sponsors is Yokohama Tyres. All the cars running on controlled Yokohama A048s this weekend. P4 and Luxbox lighting businesses run by Rob Warner, who is racing today in the Sigma 150s. He's out in this race. He lines up on row 8 of the grid, car number 58. Look out for him. Another sponsor is Alfix Solutions and RacingTelemetry.com, run by Angus McLean, who we heard from earlier. He's actually next to Rob Warner on row 8 of the grid. Other sponsors, Motor Wheel Service, MWS, that's run by Oliver Smith, who we just heard from down in the paddock, and Molson Associates Opticians, run by Andy Molson, who we just mentioned. A club very much run by its members for its members, the Caterham Graduates Racing Club. Even the club treasurer is out on the grid for this one, Peter Marsh, number 8. He's been racing with the club since 2009, ex-autocross racer. He's actually starting right at the very back of the Sigmax grid, car number 8, but we'll wait to see what progress he can make. Also worth looking out for in the Sigmaxes is number 99, Nick Powell, noted historic racer. He's raced cars as diverse as an Austin A35 and a Lotus Elan as well. Unfortunately, the Elan got wrecked in a crash at Spa-Francorchamps last year. The cars are about, I believe, to be released from the assembly area. The fog has started to burn off, and then the cars are going to be released. There is number 28, Harry Senior, in pole position for the first of 14 races taking place across the day here at Silverstone. All the qualifying was done yesterday. It's racing all the way here at Silverstone today. The marshals just awaiting the all clear from race control to release the cars from the assembly area for their green flag lap. They get the signal from the assembly marshals, and here we go. Harry Senior leads them out. 24 is Ben Winrow, the blue and red car, and 79 of Jeff Newman. 143 Alan Curtis, 25 Steve Clark, 36 is Toby Clues. Simon Shaw, car number 86. 44 is Chris Skillicorn. Then 69 John Curry, 83 Jonathan Ems. He's followed by Harry Kramer. He could be quick in the number 121 car. Second place in the points last season behind number 1 Jamie Elwood, the man starting behind him there. Car number 1, the black and orange of Jamie Elwood, struggled a bit in qualifying, only 12th on the grid. Shows how evenly matched these cars are. 67 is Doug Christie, 97 Ollie Smith we've heard from, then Angus McLean, there's Rob Warner, 58. 66 is Barry White, James Gilmore in 110. 130 is Roger Gaunt, then 122 Gary Curtis, 199 Michael Curley, Dan Hamilton in 84, the very green car of Kim Raymond, number 15. 56 is Paul Armitage, Bronek Masuyada in number 150, I hope I pronounced that correctly, and 93 Rob Appleton. Those are all the Sigma 150s. Then we've got the Sigmax, Max Haynes in treble 1, number 5 Will Rayson, 20 Andy Molson, 72 Glenn Burtonshaw, number 4 of Kevin Barrett, 9 is Neil Sturgis. Then we've got 156 Paul Richardson, number 6 Stephen Arnold in the yellow car, 96 Danny Scarborough, 119 is Andrew Sagar. Next we should have Peter Tattersall, number 80, a real veteran of Caterham Racing. There he is in the blue car. 99 is Nick Powell, 52 Mike Downing, 10 is Phil Clark, 51 Phil Isherwood Crook, a newcomer, and number 8 Peter Marsh starts at the back. All present and correct then for this first race of the day here at Silverstone. Still a bit of fog around, as you can see, but the visibility now good enough to go racing. The cars head up through the right-hander at Abbey first of all, then the left at Farm that we can see there in the background, then the right-hander at Village, and then through the link to Chapel Curve, the slight left-hander, then onto the Hanger Straight. We see them charge down under the bridge into the daunting right-hander at Stowe Corner. It's weaving to get some heat into these Yokohama tyres. Track dry but cold. We have been slip and slide in the early laps. This will be a 20-minute race. The cars head out to the right-hander at Stowe, then it's along the Vale, uphill slightly, past the pit entrance, and into the Club Corner complex. Harry Senior leading the round. It's left first of all, then this long right-hander which brings the cars to the end of the lap into the Sir Lewis Hamilton straights. Settling in for a great day's racing here on BARC TV. It's a big field of Caterhams. Pick your cars to follow, viewers. Who do you think's going to win our first race of the day? Caterham Sigma 150s, slightly more powerful cars at the front of the grid. The start line marshals bringing them into order. Harry Senior, the grey car with the red stripe. Alongside him is Ben Winrow, the former Clio Cup star, in blue and red. At 79, Jeff Newman, the blue car with the Dayglow yellow roll cage and stripes, easy to pick out in these slightly gloomy conditions. Alongside him it is Alan Curtis in the silver car. Max Haynes, the first of the Sigmax cars further back. Kim Raymond's car, one of the brightest on the grid, that very acid green machine further back. This is where there's sometimes a bit of confusion as to where drivers line up, and the start marshals have their work cut out. Thanks again to all our volunteer marshals, the Orange family as we call them. Could not go racing without them. Take a look on the BARC website if you're interested in becoming a marshal, getting up close to the action. New marshals are always welcome. Once everybody is into line, the green flag will be displayed at the back of this big grid of Caterhams. Then the 5-second board will go up on the gantry, and then after that the red lights will come on. When they go out, we will be racing here on the Silverstone International Circuit. Last few cars just being lined up. Max Haynes, the black and red 111, a newcomer to Caterham's, but a quick kart racer. Green flag is waved at the back of the grid. There's the 5-second board. Red light's about to come on. It's time to go racing here at Silverstone with the Caterham Graduates Racing Club. The red lights are on, they go out, and away they go. Delay for the Sigmax Caterham get underway after a few seconds. The Sigma 150s are away. Down to the first corner, it's Ben Winrow who's made a great start, will lead the way. Harry Senior's dropped back to third place. Charging through the middle there is car number 83 of Jonathan Ems. He's got away well. There go the second group, the Sigmax category. It's a dice for the lead as they go into Village. Ben Winrow loses out to the number 25 of Stephen Clark, the former Supercar champion, has taken the lead away. Here's our second group. Decent start by Glenn Burtonshaw in the number 72, the green car, as they head out into the murk down towards the Hanger Straight for the first time. Look for slipstreaming down the straights among our Caterhams. It's Harry Senior, reigning Sigmax champion, now in a Sigma 150, leads the way side by side with the 25 of Stephen Clark. He's got the inside for Stowe Corner. He's got the lead in the blue and red car. Third is Ben Winrow in number 24. The squeal of these Yokohama tyres as they struggle for grip on the cold track surface. They've warmed their tyres before the start on the green flag lap as best they can. Clark leads, a multiple champion in 450 national supercarts over the last few years. Second is Senior. Winrow is in third place. Looks like Toby Clues up into fourth in the 36 car. Almost three wide there out of Club Corner, and the leader dodges across to take the inside line, then back again trying to break the toe. Senior will go for the inside into Abbey, and he takes the lead away, or does he? Stephen Clark fights back. We're only on the second lap. This is tremendous stuff. Here come the Sigmax category, and we will pick up on their race leader as they cross the line. Over the line they go together. Now in Sigmax it's Max Haynes from the 5 of Rayson, who goes for the inside, takes the lead into the first corner at Abbey. Will Rayson, your new leader there. Already we're only on the second lap and I'm struggling to keep up with this. Caterham racing at its best here at Silverstone. Certainly worth the additional weight. 28 Harry Senior leads, chased by Stephen Clark. Third is Ben Winrow. Clues in fourth place. Alan Curtis was fifth, but Jamie Elwood already starting to come through. He gained 6 places on the opening lap, the reigning champion, and he's in 6th position now, the black and orange car. Stephen Clark has the lead back again as they come out of Stowe. great duel between these two. A little bit of a lock-up there on cold tyres for Clark. The tyres now coming up to temperature. Here's the Sigmax division. It's Will Rayson, number 5, with the lead, chased by Max Haynes. Third place is Glenn Burton-Shaw, one of the title favourites this year. Max Haynes, the newcomer, looking set to shake up the order. The leaders still swapping lines, swapping places. Senior tries to go around the outside into Abbey. Stephen Clark has the lead. Sigmax now led by Haynes, who's taken the lead back again through Club Corner ahead of that very bright number 5 of Rayson. Burton-Shaw is next over the line. Well behind overall, of course, the less powerful cars fighting for 27th overall. Rayson back up the inside into Abbey. He takes the lead. 2 races in 1 here on the Silverstone International Circuits. Looking at the lap times, as the leaders come down to stow, the Sigmax division, they do lap a couple of seconds a lap slower than the quickest of the Sigma 150s. Fastest lap of the race so far by Harry Senior, 1:15.754. It's Clark who still leads through the club complex. Ben Winrow trying to go with them in 3rd position. Here comes the Sigmax division. Max Haynes and Will Rayson still side by side. Glenn Burton-Shaw looking on from 3rd position in the green car. The rest of them string their way through behind. Here's the fight for the lead into Abbey. Stephen Clark defending. Holds his lead this time through. Ben Winrow 3rd, then it's Clues in 4th place. Jamie Elwood, the reigning champion, one of the most experienced men in Caterham's in this race, is in 5th position. 6th is Jeff Newman, number 79. Senior right on the tail of Stephen Clark as they go through Village up towards the link onto the Grand Prix circuits. Here is the right-hander at the link, then it's through the slight left flick at Chapel. See the 2 leaders leaving the rest of the field behind slightly. 4th place, it is now Elwood. He's got ahead of the 36 car of Toby Clues. And next in the order, the blue and yellow of Jeff Newman, ahead of Alan Curtis, 143, and Jonathan Ems, number 83. The leaders together as they go into Stowe Corner. Harry Senior's back ahead as they came down the hanger straight there and into Stowe Corner. Up towards Club. Is Stephen Clark going to have a stab back up the inside? He certainly is. This is a terrific duel between these two. Ben Winrow trying to close up, hoping they take time off each other as they battle. Clark retakes the lead. Here's a battle further back in the order. There's Max Haynes, the 111. This is the lead battle in the Sigmax category, and they're catching the tail of the Sigma 150s. They'll start to overlap. Haynes up the inside there. He's in among Sigma 150s, chasing the 150 car of Bronik Masoyada. Goes through. Haynes leading his category. Rayson boxed in there behind a couple of slower Sigma 150s. New fastest lap for Harry Senior, 1:14.819. 93 in this battle as well. That's Rob Appleton, starts at the back of the Sigma 150 grid. But still your leader overall, is it Clark or Senior? They come out of the murk down towards Stowe Corner. It's Clark that has it with the red nose. Senior to the inside, the grey car with the red stripes, and he goes through, I think, under braking, but Clark fights back. They're absolutely side by side. Senior on the curb on the inside of Stowe Corner. Clark therefore able to hold his lead. Senior had to ease off a little there. He'll try the run on the inside, perhaps into Club Corner. No, he's not close enough. This is terrific stuff. Max Haynes has been able to pull away at the front of the Sigmax category, and Glenn Burton-Shaw trying to make a move for 2nd in class. Here's a move for the lead coming meanwhile in the Sigma 150s. They come down the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight, but no, Stephen Clark has not managed to make it through. Harry Senior has the lead once again. It was Clark who led at the line, but Senior back ahead at Abbey. They were side by side over the timing line, separated by 0.2 of a second. Senior throwing that 28 car around. The tyres now up to temperature, so they can really fight each other. This is lap 6, still just over 13 minutes of this race to go. Winrow on his own in 3rd, the red and blue car. Then it is Jamie Elwood, the reigning champion. Clues behind him, then Newman Curtis, the 86 of Shaw. Jonathan Ems down to 9th, and Harry Kramer, number 121, completes the top 10. Side by side, down towards Stowe Corner. Clark pulls back ahead around the outside line. This is tremendous stuff. Caterham racing at its very, very best. Up towards the left-hander at Club Corner once again. Is Senior going to go for the inside here? He's thinking about it, he's having a look. Up the inside he goes through under braking for Club Corner. I've already lost count of how many times these two have swapped the lead. Ben Winrow is not able to catch them, he's just over 2 seconds down. Meanwhile, Max Haynes has pulled away at the front of the Sigmax battle. All eyes on this lead battle in Sigma 150, and Clark's back ahead as they come through Abbey this time. They're swapping places for fun, these two. They're 2.5 seconds clear of Winrow. Elwood is now in 4th place, but nearly 3 seconds down on Ben Winrow. Swing their way through Village and then up towards the right at the link. There's the black and orange car of Jamie Elwood, multiple Caterham Graduates champion, in 4th position. 5th behind him, it looks like, is now Alan Curtis that may have come through. It could be Toby Clues though. There's Will Rayson, the number 5 car, holding 2nd, is he? No, coming through there, the number 9 of Neil Sturgis, but he makes a mistake on the exit of Village, and Rayson back ahead in this fight among the Sigmax cars. Max Haynes has pulled away from them. He's in the top 25 overall now. It's Harry Senior back ahead. You can't take your eyes off this lead battle. He's really throwing the car through Club Corner there. Out of the final turn, up towards the Sir Lewis Hamilton straights. Across the line, 7 laps completed. Has Winrow closed the gap? No, he hasn't. Still there in 3rd in the number 24. Then it's Elwood. Curtis is up to 5th. Newman 6th. Clues 7th. Then Shaw, Kramer and Ems round out the top 10. Max Haynes continues to dominate the Sigmax. He's ahead of Kim Raymond's number 15 now. Will Rayson is 2nd in that division, ahead of Neil Sturgis. Glenn Burton Shaw down to 4th. There's the number 20 car of Andy Molson, holding off Stephen Arnold. Here comes Burton Shaw, having a look for 3rd in class, up alongside the number 9, which is Neil Sturgis. There's battles all the way down the order wherever you look. Max Haynes now catching the number 84 car. It's Dan Hamilton. As up the inside, Harry Senior sends one at the inside of Stephen Clark into Stowe and retakes the lead once again. They've not been more than about a foot away from each other in this race any time, these two. Harry Senior, his first race in the Sigma 150 category. It's turning out beautifully for him if he could just shake off Stephen Clark. Mark was quickest in the free practice session yesterday, and all 3 Caterham categories here this weekend ran together. He's going to have a go again into Abbey, but he won't get the line away into the first corner. Winrow is still 2.5 seconds behind, just keeping a watching brief, perhaps saying to himself, if these two trip over each other, I can capitalise. There goes Max Haynes, the leader in Sigmax. Let's have a look what his margin is as he crosses the line. He's clear of Will Rayson. It's about 3 or 4 seconds clear now of the black and orange car behind, who's making a move on Neil Sturgis. They swap places there briefly, side by side into Abbey. Sturgis, the black and gold car, and here comes Burton Shaw. Sturgis ran wide there, he's going to go through for 3rd. Meanwhile, we pick up the overall race leaders in Sigma 150. Clark's taken the lead again as they go into Stowe. 9 minutes of this race to go. You almost wish you could go on all day, don't you, with action like this. Here they come into the left-hander at club once again. Clark holds it in the red, white and blue number 25. Looks like they pulled away a little from Winrow, as here's Haynes. Some Sigma 150s behind him. Then Will Rayson, you can see in the background, in 2nd in class. Max Haynes is driving superbly, keeping up with the 150s, as Stephen Clark again defends as we pick them up at Abbey. Harry Senior still in 2nd place. Here they come towards Village once again. Clark holding on. Further back in the order, this is the battle for the lower reaches of the top 10. Harry Kramer in the red 121, and number 86 is Simon Shaw in the yellow car. He won the Sigma 135 trophy category last season. Trophy effectively a championship within a championship for those not contesting the full season. This is a trophy round. There are a couple of trophy registered drivers in this race. Will Rayson is one. Nick Powell is the other in Sigmax. Sigma 150 trophy drivers Alan Curtis and 69 John Curry. There's Alan Curtis, 143, making a move on the inside and challenging Jamie Elwood. They're all slipstreaming each other. You can see them trying to get a toe off one another down the straights. Here are the leaders. Harry Senior is back ahead once again, 7.5 minutes to go. It's never been more than about 0.3 of a second in it at the line. Across the line behind them is Ben Winrow as Clark to the inside, heading towards Abbey, retakes the lead. How many times have these two swapped position? It's going to come down to whoever's able to take the lead on the last lap. And they say in Caterham racing, the one place you don't want to be is leading going into the final lap of a race, because you will get slipstreamed. Is that going to ring true here? We'll wait and see in 7 minutes' time. Ben Winrow on his own. He's got nobody to work with in that third place. And the Crocodile of cars for fourth, headed up by Alan Curtis. He's running well in the 143, ex-kart racer who's come up the Caterham ladder, started in the road sports division. There are the leaders. Senior back ahead once again. Seems to be stronger in this part of the lap, Harry Senior. That's where you need to be stronger, to get through and then defend your lead through club corner up to the line. Clark, though, up the inside, and Senior hasn't been able to defend his lead through club corner because Clark gets the inside line away, but now runs a little wide on the exit. They're going to be side by side out of the club complex. They're going to be absolutely together at the start-finish line. 0.05 of a second separates the two of them. Senior ahead, then it's Clark. Still, Winrow is unable to close in. This is terrific racing between these two. Just on a personal best lap of 1:15.065. Senior's now got the fastest lap of the race, 1:14.804. Looking back, it is still Max Haynes leading the Sigmax ahead of Rayson, Burton Shaw Sturgis and the number 4 of Kevin Barrett. Leaders come into the Hanger straight. Senior's got the lead. There's a battle further back in the order. 199, Michael Curley. He's down in about 21st place at the moment, just ahead of Max Haynes. There is Haynes coming through the link. He's leading a charmed life out in front of the Sigmax division at the moment. Will Rayson, there's his nearest pursuer with the orange wheels, car number 5. Glenn Burton Shaw, third in class. Ainsley 111. Looking great out in front at the moment, the ex-Super 1 kart racer. Can he take a season opening victory? Meanwhile, Harry Senior leads Stephen Clark. Still, there's never been a gap greater than 0.3 of a second at the line between the two of them. Winrow is closed up by a few tenths, and here's the fight for fourth. Jamie Elwood has got ahead of Alan Curtis. Jeff Newman in there as well, and Toby Clues in the number 36. Oh, look at this. Newman up the inside into Village. It's getting very busy indeed. There's about 7 or 8 cars squabbling over fourth place. Hard to know where to look in this one. 61 and 66 battling it out as well. 66 Barry White and 61 Angus McLean. Magnificent midfield scrapping. Jamie Elwood, the reigning champion in Sigma 150, has fourth place at the moment. Alan Curtis trying to get at the inside in the silver car with the white roll cage. He goes through. Jeff Newman behind them in 6th. 7th is Harry Kramer. Clues down to 8th. The rest of them come through. Shaw under fire there in the 86. Simon Shaw from 83. Jonathan Ems. He's raced in America for a few years as well. Began racing in the Caterham Academy in 2013. Has raced SCCA SRF3 in the United States as well, Jonathan Ems. He's the back of that group. There go the leaders. If anything, I would say that Winrow has closed in by a couple of tenths on that last lap. Curtis is next, then Elwood, Newman, Kramer, Clues. The 58, which is Rob Warner, he's come through well. He's next in the order. There he is, the blue and orange car. In fact, he's behind the number 44, of Chris Skillicorn. Second in the Caterham Academy in 2020, his third season of racing. Many of these drivers have never raced anything other than Caterhams. They are just so much fun to drive. There we go, the leaders. Senior with Clark still on his tail. Winrow in third, and he has closed up a little. Gap came down by a few tenths on that last lap. Winrow is lapping very quickly indeed, hoping that the two leaders take time off each other. Meanwhile, everybody else is in a NASCAR-style draft for 4th place. Jeff Newman moving to the inside. Max Haynes is still leading the Sigmax category further back in 22nd overall. 69 of John Curry, looking for trophy points. Side by side, over the line once again. New fastest lap for Stephen Clark. He led at the line, but Senior leads back up the inside into the first corner at Abbey. Nothing between these two at all. Who's it going to be? We could have a dead heat here. It has happened in Caterham racing in the past. There's Max Haynes. Don't think there's much chance of a dead heat in the Sigmax category. He's well clear in among the Sigma 150s. He's got past the 199 of Michael Curley. His next target, number 122, which is Gary Curtis. In the closing stages now, just over 90 seconds left on the clock. To see when the last lap board is going to come out. That's the signal for the drivers to unleash their finishing kick. It's like the finish of a stage in the Tour de France. You've got to know, if you're in a big slipstream like the Battle of the Forth, when to make your finishing move, as it were. Now, I imagine they'll get the last lap board this time. Clark has got back ahead while we were watching the midfield there, the 25. Is the last lap board going to go out? Yes, it is. 1 lap to go. Stephen Clark versus Harry Senior for the lead. They've got back markers ahead. The number 10 of Phil Clark, the 52 of Michael Downing about to be lapped. Stephen Clark throwing his Caterham around just like he did in his supercart. Harry Senior up behind him. He wants a win to crown his debut in his new category. Here's the battle for 4th place. They're almost 5 wide down the Hamilton straight there. This is fantastic stuff. This skill corner has come through well in the 44 in there. It's Curtis in 4th place at the line. Now the leaders are in among back markers here. They'll be frantically waving them out of the way here. They want to get all the leader being squeezed there. They're going to be 4 wide into Stowe corner. This could be dodgy. Senior gets through. Clark's there on the outside. There's contact. 52 of Downing has tangled with Clark. The lead battle is all over. Stephen Clark out of the race. He's tangled with the back marker 52 of Michael Downing, and Stephen Clark will be furious. What a shame. Not a sad way for that race to end. A cracking race between Harry Senior and Stephen Clark. Senior comes home on his own to take the victory and makes a fine debut in the Sigma 150 category. What a shame for Stephen Clark. You could see it was coming as they came down the straight there into Stowe corner with those 2 back markers. They tried to go 4 abreast. It didn't work. Ben Winrow inherits 2nd place. And we'll wait to see who comes home in 3rd. There's the column of cars home for 3rd. Jamie Elwood at the head of it, ahead of Curtis Newman, Kramer. Curtis. Wait a second, that just changed as I tried to read it out because Chris Skillicorn's transponder wasn't working. Jamie Elwood 3rd, Curtis 4th, Skillicorn 5th, Newman 6th, Kramer 7th, Clues 8th, Shaw 9th, and Warner 10th as quickly as that. I think they were separated by just over a second, those 7 cars. Jonathan Ems was on the back of them as well. The Sigmax division, if we look further back, is going to be won by Max Haynes in 111. 18th overall for him. 2nd behind him is Burton Shaw, and Sturgis 3rd in number 9. We'll confirm that result in a second. Drivers sounding the horns as they head round on their slow down lap, waving a thank you to the marshals, waving to the crowd. Hopefully we will see a replay of what happened there on the final lap. See it here, 4 into 1, didn't go, coming into the final corner. The leader's trying to go round the outside of the back markers. Downing to hit the brakes. There was just no way he could stop in time as Stephen Clark came round the outside of him. I'm sure that was nobody's fault there, just a racing incident. Just 4 cars into 1, didn't go. Poor Stephen Clark, who'd fought so hard for the lead of that race. Tangles with back marker Michael Downing. You can see the frustration of both of them. What a shame that it had to end that way. That left Harry Senior alone at the front to take the victory. Hopefully they can repair those 2 cars for the 2nd race, which is coming up this afternoon. that the race winner, Harry Senior, completed 16 laps. Clark did get the consolation of the fastest lap, 1:14.525. 16 laps completed by our race winner, at a time of 20:06.919. Cars being waved round towards Parc Fermé now. Ben Winrow was second, then it was Jamie Elwood who completed the podium, just ahead of Alan Curtis, then Chris Skillicord in 5th, Jeff Newman 6th, Harry Kramer 7th, Toby Clues 8th, Simon Shaw 9th, and 10th went to Rob Warner, quicker than I could read them out as they crossed the line. Jonathan Ems was just behind them as well then. Doug Christie, Angus McLean, Barry White and Jonathan Curry completing the top 15. In the Sigmax division, it was a win in 18th overall for Max Haynes. Well done to him by a clear margin. Second in 23rd overall was Glenn Burtonshaw, then Neil Sturgis, Will Rayson. Completing the top 5 was Andy Molson, ahead of Kevin Barrett. Well, we can hand down shortly to Parc Fermé, where Ian Waterhouse, our race interviewer, is going to be with some of the drivers in just a few seconds' time.
Yeah, welcome everybody down to Parc Fermé. Quite a dramatic finish that, wasn't it? We've got Max Haynes here. He won in the Sigmax category. We still haven't seen Harry Senior, your outright race winner. We're trying to work out where he is. We haven't seen him come through. He definitely came over the checkered flag in first place. Just stay with us just a little bit longer. We're going to see if we grab a quick word of Max very, very shortly. And we're going to try and work out where Harry is. Whilst we do that, let's have a look at some of the cars just coming in. It's a wonderful sight. The racing is always so close with the Caterham graduates. The Sigmax and the Sigma 150 categories combined, they make an incredible sight. I've made it about 41 cars in total. A good friend of ours over here, Peter Tattersall, as well. It was this man's birthday the other day as well. Let's just go, happy birthday, Peter. There you go, Peter Tattersall was his birthday the other day. Still, surprisingly, no sign of Harry Senior. Where is Harry Senior? Harry, please, we want to see. Oh, here he comes now. I think he's coming in now. That's good news. Here he comes. He's going to pop in. Let's go have a word with him. Finally, we've got our Sigma 150 race winner. Harry, you do donuts or something out there? I didn't think you were coming back.
Oh, well, so we had a last lap board, and obviously then everything happened with Stephen, and I came round celebrating, and there was no checkered flag. I kind of knew that would have been the checkered flag, but I wasn't taking any chances. I might have some choice words from Darren for maybe taking it twice, but oh well.
Well, look, you won the race, and Stephen pushed you all the way. Unfortunately, of course, it didn't quite end so well for him, but great racing again, Harry. And we always seem to talk in Parc Fermé, don't we? How many trophies have you got now?
I've no idea. I mean, Stephen was driving unbelievable. I mean, from last year, he stepped it up again. You know, straight out the gate, he was feisty as I've ever seen him. It's such a shame about the last lap. I'm sure we'll have a few choice words with whoever it was, but oh well.
Well, look, congratulations anyhow. I know Chris wants to talk to you, so I'm going to grab a quick word with Max if we've still got time. Max, media duties apply. That's what happens when you win races. You have to come talk to media. How was it out there?
It's brilliant. It's my first ever win, so didn't really do much of it in go-karting, so this is great. Yeah, really happy to be here. Yeah, it's wicked.
First ever win. That's what I like to hear. Come on, tell us, how are you feeling right now? You must be jumping through hoops.
Yeah, ecstatic. You know, big thank you to my dad and CTS Motorsport. They've really helped us out. We had a car that didn't start on Thursday night, and we were there tearing our hair out trying to get auto electrician down to our garage. So Mark and John and Leanne at CTS Motorsport really helped us out. But yeah, it's wicked. I love it.
Fantastic. Well done. Really happy for you. Hey, it's a round of applause and it shouts. There's celebrations down here in Parc Fermé, but there's still a lot of action to bring you today. So I'm going to hand over to commentator Dave Goddard to tell you what's coming up next.
Thank you very much, Ian. Well, coming up next is a recovery job for the Silverstone Volunteer Marshals and the recovery team. Down at Stowe Corner, 2 cars being loaded onto the flatbeds.